Hello all, today we'll discuss about the cell cycle. All developmental events which is taking place in a cell is compiled to form, we call it as a cell cycle. It contains events such as the cell division, DNA replication and other activities like metabolic activities, growth, etc. And the cell cycle is broadly divided into two phases, interphase and end phase. And the total time duration for the cell cycle is considered to be 24 hours. First, we will start with the M phase. M phase is otherwise called as a mitotic phase, which is a division phase. In this division, the cell is divided into two daughter cells, which is containing equal contents as that of the parent cells. And this M phase is having a duration of 1 hour. And here we will be getting two daughter cells. Next phase is the interphase. Interphase is actually the interval phase between two consecutive division phases. That is, between two mitotic phases, you will be having this interphase. This interphase is actually having more time duration. That is, 95% of the cell cycle or the time spent is in interphase. This interphase time, here the chromosome is more condensed and it remains in a chromatin fiber-like form. Here, it is further divided into phases such as G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. G1 phase. G1 phase is otherwise called as a gap 1 phase. This is the phase which is followed by the mitotic phase and before the synthesis phase. During this phase, the cell undergoes growth, metabolic activities also takes place, but the cell does not undergo replication. So that is a G1 phase and it takes time for about 11 hours. Next phase is S phase. S stands for synthesis phase. And why it is called the synthesis phase is that here it is a time where the DNA synthesis takes place. The DNA content in the cell gets doubled in S phase. So it happens after G1 phase. And the time taken for S phase is about 8 hours. Next phase is the G2 phase. G2 phase is the gap 2 phase. This is another preparatory phase which is happening after synthesis phase but before the mitotic phase. So here also the growth takes place, but the replication, the replicated content will be here in the G2 phase will be doubled, and the metabolic activity is also active during this G2 phase. And the duration for G2 phase is 4 hours. And after that, there is one more phase which is called as a G0 phase. G0 phase is not present in every cells, but in certain cells like the nerve cells and fibroblast cells, which is not undergoing continuous division, but they are getting divided only after they receive certain extracellular signals. So this phase is otherwise called as a quiescent phase. So those cells that are not going to divide or not going to enter into the S phase, they will remain or they will exit the G1 and enter into the quiescent state. And whenever their requirement is there, that time they undergoes division or they will proceed into the S phase and G2 phase. So these are the different phases in cell cycle. And we can see that cell cycle in the figure. Here you can see the interphase and M phase. Interphase containing three main phases, G1, S phase and G2 phase, and the division phase, that is mitotic phase. Okay, that's all about the cell cycle. Thank you.